So we have seen the drawbacks of the transfer function and the advantages of state space analysis, and the more important advantage also we have seen, and we have seen the examples of what is actually the state is. So we have taken the example of switch, and with the help of switch we have understood the concept of states, and we have gone through the various definition of the state. So for before that, we have seen this particular system block diagram. For system block diagram, there will be a number of inputs, that is MIMO system. So u1 to ur is input and output is y1 to yn. Okay, and the state variable are nothing but the some variables which are present in our system, and they have given a name as x2 x1 x2 up to xn. So these three definitions are very important. The first definition is state, and second definition is state vector, and the third definition is state space. So this part we have seen. So generally output variables we have defined as a y, input variables we have defined as a u1, and state variables we have defined as a x1 x2 x3 up to xn. So as I have said earlier, in your state space we will be terming all the terms in terms of a vector, whether it will be input vector, output vector, or the state vector. So most probably we will be having all the matrices. The matrices will be either n cross 1 matrix, r cross 1 matrix, or m cross 1 matrix, or n cross n matrix. Okay, so this dimension of the matrix are dependent on the system order. So now let us talk more detail about our system. So suppose if I want to represent state space representation, so my representation of the state equation will be having a two equation. First one will be your state equation, and another one will be your output equation. So state equation is given as x dot t. X dot, that means d by dt of x1 of t. Okay, so generally we are writing x1 and dot. Okay, so here it is given x dot t is equal to f1 x1 x2 up to xn, and the inputs of the corresponding states are u1 u2 u3 up to n. So you will be having a number of inputs, that is state equation, starting from x1 to x2 to xn. So these are the state equation, and these are the output equation. So the output equation is y1 t of g1 of x1 x2 up to xn, and u1 to un. Right? They are the time function. So we have written this. Okay, so you'll be having a two functions, x1 dot t x dot t is equal to f of x u of t, and y of t is equal to g into x of ut. Okay, so I just want to have some clarification regarding this obtaining the state block diagram or the system block diagram. So for an LTI system of the order of n with r inputs, a set of coupled first order linear differential equation with the constant coefficient are given as x1 dot is equal to a11 x1 plus a12 x2 up to a1n x1 xn plus b11 u1 plus b12 u2 up to b1 r ur. Okay, similarly for x dot 2 is equal to a21 x1 plus a22 x2 plus up to a2n xn plus b21 u1. So this is a general form of the equation that will be followed by how many numbers of state variables are there. Okay, so this is a generalized form. The last one is in terms of n. So xn dot is equal to an1 x1 plus an2 x2 up to an xn plus bn1 u1 plus bn2 u2 plus up to bnr ur. Okay, so summarizing all this quantity, I am just taking this dot value in terms of a x dot. Okay, so is equal to, that will be some matrix. Let us say this matrix is A. Okay, so the component or the part of this matrix or the each sub matrix will be having a11 a2 up to an, a22 up to a2n, and the last row will be an1 an2 up to ann. That will be multiplied by some vector that is called x. So x will be your vector which is having x1 x2 x3 x2 x3 x4 up to xn, plus this component is nothing but the b component, so it will be having a n cross n matrix having the components of b11 b12 plus b13 up to b1r. Okay, so in short I can write x dot is equal to A matrix multiplied by X matrix plus B matrix which is multiplied by U. So the dimension of A will be n cross n matrix, dimension of B matrix will be m cross m matrix or n cross n matrix, and the dimension of X matrix will be 1 cross n matrix, and dimension of U matrix will be 1 cross R matrix. Okay. So as I have said, A matrix will be having this configuration. A will be having an n cross n matrix. The coefficient of this matrix are a11 or a12 up to a and a1n. Okay, and the B matrix will be n cross R matrix, which is said to be an input matrix. Okay, A matrix is known as a system matrix. B matrix is known as a input matrix. So the component of B matrix are b11 up to b1r up to bn1 bn2 bnr. Okay, so this is the first equation we have seen, x dot is equal to ax plus bu. Okay, now we are having a second equation as well. As we have seen, we will be having a state equation. We have completed this part, and this part is nothing but the output equation. So this output equation we want to derive in terms of a matrix, because state space equation or the state space representation mostly deals with the matrix only. Okay, so I will take the second equation of the output equation. So the output equation I will take y1 of t is equal to c11 into xt up to c1n x of xn t plus d11 ut plus up to d1r urt, and that will be limited, that will be going till ym of t is equal to cm1 x1 t plus cmn xn t plus dm1 u1 t plus up to dmr ur of t. Okay, so again I can write this as a y of t. There will be a C matrix, okay, and that is going to be multiplied by x of t plus D matrix, which will be part of this equation only, and it is going to be multiplied by u of t. Okay, so there will be a C matrix. Okay, so the C matrix I will be getting over here, and the D matrix I will be getting over here. Okay, so we will be having a 4 matrix right now. We will be having a A matrix, that is called a system matrix. B is nothing but the input matrix. C is nothing but the control matrix. Okay, and D is often said as a null matrix. Okay, so most probably your D matrix will be having a 0 term, so that's why we are calling it as a null matrix. Why? Because it is multiplied by some input. So generally we don't multiply with any input in the beginning of the system. So this D matrix is most probably it will be a 0. So just I am repeating, A matrix it is known as a system matrix, B matrix is as an input matrix, C is matrix is as a control matrix, and D matrix is a null matrix. Okay, or the coupling matrix or the transmission matrix. Okay, so there will be n cross 1 vector, there will be n cross n matrix, n cross 1 vector, n cross 1 vector. Okay, so as I said, there will be another vector 1 cross n vector, n cross 1 vector, and we will be having a B and C D. So this one is your state equation, this will be your output equation. A is system matrix, B is input matrix, C is your output matrix. Okay, there is a mistake over here. D is a coupling matrix or the transmission matrix. Okay, so we just need to have some basic configuration, because we want to describe our equation in terms of a either in terms of a state equation or in terms of a diagram. Okay, so whenever I am terming in terms of a diagram, we'll be having we have to draw a diagram for any system. Okay, so generally, as I said earlier, we are having the input. Okay, so the input we are terming as a u of t. Okay, and the output we are terming as a y of t. Okay, so for that what we have to do, we need to draw the diagram in such a way that it should be showing the various concept of this state space representation. So as you already know, if we are integrating something, okay, so suppose there is a derivative block over here, so let us say x dot, and if I am integrating, so that will result in terms of a x. Okay, so our main equation is what? x dot is equal to ax plus bu. I want x dot, so x should be multiplied with a, and that should be multiplied with some b block, and u is nothing but your input. This is your output, this is your input. U is your input and y is your output. So I want to represent, so x dot, here it is your x dot is equal to a into x, okay, because I need to multiply it over here. Just I will draw it for you. So I'll be having one x dot, okay, that should be multiplied with some integrative block, so that will result me in x, okay. So x is going to be multiplied with a block, okay. So our equation is what, x dot is equal to a into x, so that part is over right now. So plus, that means we have to put the summation point, okay. This is nothing but the x dot, okay. So x dot is equal to what, a into x, so I will just plus b into ut, okay. So it will be like this, one block will be there, that is b, and there will be u of t, okay. So that part is over. 1 minute. Now next part is what, the output equation. So the output equation, we are having this equation as c is y is equal to cx plus d into u. So y is equal to c into x, so our x is over here, we are getting this x over here, so that should be multiplied by with some block, that is block is said to be c, okay. And c, our output equation is y is equal to cx plus d into ut. So there is a plus sign over here, so again I will be getting this summation point, okay. So summation point will be a plus 1, again there will be a sign, there should be u of t. U of t we are getting from over here, it will be, pardon me from my drawing because I am not that much aware about this touch pad, so it will be a d point, okay. So at the output side we are getting this, so this is your y of t, okay. I'm just redrawing it for you because it looks something different. So there will be a u of t, okay, that is u of t, it is going to be having multiplied with some block, there will be a, okay, there will be a integrator block, okay. So there will be x dot over here signal, that is to be converted into terms of a x, so we'll be having this summation point, okay. So this is going to be like this, the direction over here will be this. So your x dot is equal to a into x, that is plus into b into ut, so that is the first one, okay. Now we have to multiply it with the another block, y is equal to c into x plus, there will be a summation point, there will be a plus, there will be a plus, and we will be getting the another part, that is nothing but d into ut. So I will take one block, that is d, that should be multiplied from the input signal, okay, and this will be this, okay. So at the output side we are getting y of t, Okay, so this diagram is nothing but the state diagram. So as I've said earlier, we are having this diagram like this. Okay, so u is multiplied by b x dot integration. Okay. So this is the basic configuration of any system. Now I want to represent any system with some state space diagram or the state space equation. So first of all, what we have to do is we have to select the state variables. So there are important part of the state variable selection is we have to selection of the state variables. You have to consider this terms. Okay, the number of state variables should be the minimum. So for any system, I can't say I will be having the 6 numbers of system state variables, but that should be a minimum, either 2 or 3. Maximum will be a 3 one. Okay, next point is the number of state variable must be linearly independent. Okay, third part is the number of state variable is equal to the number of independent energy storage element. Okay, there is the very important part as far as electrical engineering concerned, when the number of state variables will be equal to number of independent energy storage element. So for any electrical circuit, the storage elements are L and C only. So whatever the state variable I am choosing, that will be of 2 only, that is either in terms of a L or in terms of a C. Okay, so generally we are taking current flowing through the inductor as a one of state variable and voltage across capacitor as a another variable. I am repeating, whenever you are selecting any state variable, we are taking current through the inductor as a one variable and voltage across capacitor as a one variable. Okay, so if you are having our circuit having a L and C, one L and one C, you have to take dIL by dt and dVc by dt. Okay, suppose you are having a two inductors and one capacitor, so you have to take dIL1 by dt and dIL2 by dt and dVc by dt. Okay, so numbers of storage elements will decide number of state variables. Okay, another point is you have to consider is the number of state variable is equal to the order of the differential equation. Okay, so this is a part of another concern we will see later it. The number of state variables are equal to the numbers of integrators. Okay, whatever the numbers of integrators we are using, that will be a part of this. Okay. Now we will take an example. So in this example we are taking an RLC series circuit and we want to obtain this model. Okay, so we are having the circuit RLC. So this RLC circuit is excited by some voltage source VI, R, L and C. This is the series circuit. So IL current will be flowing in this circuit. So if the circuit is there, I can say IC amount of current is again flowing. Okay, so for this we have to develop a state space model. Okay, so as I have said earlier, we have to choose the state variable. So we are having energy storage element number 1, energy storage element number 2. So for this I will choose state variable number 1. For this I will choose the state variable number 2. So dIL by dt will be my first variable and dVc by dt will be my second variable. So how we can do this? Let us see. I will draw this circuit. So my circuit will be having plus or minus, that is R, L and this here C, L and this is your R and that is I. Okay, so this IL amount of current is flowing over here. Similarly I can say IC amount of current is flowing in this circuit. Okay, so the voltage across capacitor is nothing but this VC. So I will choose first variable as a IL and VC. So again for we have to take the differentiation. So the another variable will be dIL by dt and second state variable will be dVc by dt. Okay, so first we have to take care this. This will be my first variable, this will be my second variable. So what I will do, I will write the KVL over here. I will apply the KVL over here. So this will be my equation. Vi is equal to R into IL plus L into DIL by dt plus what voltage across the capacitor. Okay, 1 upon C integration of I dt is again nothing but the voltage. So voltage applied is equal to Vi, voltage drop across resistance, voltage drop across inductor, and the Vc. Okay, now as we already know that the voltage across inductor is what, VL is equal to LdI by dt. Okay, and the current through capacitor, it is nothing but IC. Okay, IC is equal to what, it is equal to CVC, C dVc by dt. Okay, so it is a series circuit. So if I am writing the equation of IC, the same current will be flowing of IL. So I can write IC is equal to IL over here. Okay, so this will be my two equation. VL is equal to this. Okay, so now we are taking this two state variables, dVc by dt and dIL by dt. So from this equation we are having, from this, let us say this is equation number 1, this will be our equation number 2, this will be equation number 3. Okay, so from this third equation again I can write like this, d by dt of Vc, it is nothing but Vc dot. Okay, so Vc dot is equal to what, 1 upon C I L. Okay, we have just made the subject dVc by dt is equal to 1 upon C. Okay, so this will be my equation number 4. Okay, now I will take the equation number 1 again. Okay, so if I am taking the equation number 1 again, so what will be my equation over here, I am taking this equation. Okay, so if I am taking this equation, I am making the subject dIL by dt. Okay, so from equation number 1, equation I am taking as d by dt of IL is equal to I dot L is equal to 1 upon L into bracket minus Vc minus R into IL plus I. Okay, so what we have done, we have made the subject this dIL by dt, and whatever the terms which are left, I will be moving on the left hand side over here. Okay, and I am just multiplying it by 1 upon L to make the subject dIL by dt. Okay, so we have got this dIL dot, and it should be like this. So we have, this is your fifth equation. Our main objective was what, we want to select the state variable like this. So it is what, it is dVc by dt, and another one is dIL by dt. So you have got this two equation. Equation number 4 and 5 will be giving me this configuration. So I will convert this equation number 4 and 5 into a matrix form. Okay, I will take another slide. Okay, so from this I can write Vc dot is equal to, and IL dot, it is equal to. Okay, let us rewrite the previous equation because you might not able to get this. So our equation was Vc dot is equal to 1 upon C into IL, and another equation was IL dot is equal to 1 upon L minus Vc into bracket minus R into IL plus V into I. Okay, so I am just writing this two equation into a matrix form. So Vc dot is equal to what, 1 upon C into IL. Okay, so again we will be having this matrix. Okay, we will be having one another vector because we want to represent x dot t is equal to a into x of t. Okay, so there will be a VC, there will be a IL plus some matrix and the input was actually VI. Okay, so vc dot is equal to 1 upon c into IL. So what we have to put it over here, vc, this term is 0, so I will put it over here 0, and this term I will put 1 upon c. Okay, and what term I have to put over here, 0, because unless and until this 0 is going to be multiplied vi, so you will be getting this equation. So for IL I have to write IL is equal to 1 upon IL into VC, so that is your minus 1 upon L, and that should be multiplied with minus R by L into IL plus, now this term is left, VI by 1 upon L. So what I have to put, 1 upon L. And what is our output in our circuit? The output of our circuit was this. Okay, we have taken this circuit, the output of the circuit was VC. So for the output of the circuit we will write VC is equal to, what was our equation? What VC is nothing but 1 0 VC IL plus 0 into VI. Okay, so what we have to do is, if we are having the configuration, so this we have got these two equation. First equation is, let us say this equation is B, and second equation is your D. Okay, so the first equation, it is nothing but x dot t is equal to a into x of t plus b into u of t, and it is nothing but y of t is equal to c into x of t plus d into u of t. Sorry, that is my mistake over here. Okay, so that there will be no bracket over here, I'm just erasing it. So x dot t, so it is the vector. Okay, a vector, it is nothing but this, x dot t vector is this, x dot t vector is this, b vector is this, and u of t, it is nothing but the input. Okay, similarly output y of t, c vector, and x of t, d matrix, and okay. So for any circuit you can prepare a state diagram for any circuit. Okay, just I want to repeat it, uh, repeat it for how we have prepared a state diagram. So we have taken one RLC series circuit. The input was VI, R and C component were there. The series circuit, so IL is flowing in this circuit. Similarly, IC is flowing, the same amount of current is flowing in this circuit. So I can write KVL in this equation, but before that we have to choose the state variables. So the state variables we are choosing as a current flowing through the inductor and the voltage across the capacitors. Okay, make sure that number of storage elements will decide how many numbers of state variable we are choosing. Okay, IL, so again I will take the DIL by dt as a state variable number 1. Another variable is dVc by dt, that is state variable number 2. Applying KVL over here, Vi is equal to voltage drop across resistor, voltage drop across inductor, and the voltage drop across the capacitor. Okay, now I am taking the voltage drop across the inductor, so it is VL is equal to LDI by dt. Okay, so VL is equal to LDI by dt, that's one. Okay, this will be equation number 2. And the current through the capacitor, it is nothing but IC is equal to C dVc by dt. As we know that current flowing in this three elements are same, so I can write IC is equal to IL. So I will take this third equation first. So in this we'll take the subject, make the subject dVc by dt. Okay, so it will be 1 upon C into IL. C will go over here, so 1 upon C. So we have got d by dt of Vc, it is nothing but Vc dot. Okay, next equation we have taken this equation number 1. So in the equation number 1 we are making the subject this term LDIL by dt. Okay, so this two terms will be go in the left hand side, so this will be a minus terms, and we are dividing it with the L. Okay, so your equation will become 1 upon L Vsc. Okay, I want to represent this two equation, equation number 4 and equation number 5, in terms of a matrix. Okay, so as I have said, we will be having some matrices. So in this matrix we have to adjust this term like this. So we have two state variables. We can take il dot also first and the vc dot also. Okay, but make sure that if you are putting vc dot over here, first should be your vc over here and il dot over here, okay, accordingly from this equation, this two equations we can write on this equation. So this is representation of state space equation. Thank you.